Shubon and Guru in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are actually having a lot of news today, and the best part is we're going to talk about Ainsley Maitland-Niles. We're going to talk about how Arsenal have actually got a very big boost, and yes, you saw the thumbnail right, and yes, that is going to happen because Arsenal's transfer budget right now shot up to more than £100 million because of certain specific reasons. So, without any further ado, let's just talk about some more news and let's just jump into it. Number one is Ainsley Maitland-Niles. His next club odds have been released, with West Ham being 6 to 1 at the topmost, with Crystal Palace 7 to 1, Everton 8 to 1, Tottenham 8 to 1, Aston Villa 9 to 1. Where would Ainsley Maitland-Niles land up? Will he be an Arsenal player at the end of this transfer window? Only time will tell. But moving on, well, did you know Aubameyang is the player with the most goals in competitive games in Europe's top 5 leagues? I mean, 25 goals. You can see the players of the top 5 leagues, the competitive goals 2015-2016. And he actually had 25 goals, with Robert Lewandowski having 20. Thomas Müller has 20. Luis Suarez 18. Aritz Aduriz had 17. So that is unbelievable, man. That whole stat is unrealistic. Well, talking about more stuff, now we all know the whole Dani Ceballos situation. I'm going to address that especially, so don't just forget it. Watch the video till the end. And Juventus, well, it's all about Alexander Lacazette. Well, they would be okay. That would be done only when Arteta gives his okay for the sale of Alex Lacazette. And I also think that Douglas Costa would be a better counterpart in replacing Alex Lacazette in the squad. In the meantime, the Bayern Conero actually continue their contacts for Arkadiusz Milik of Napoli. So they'll go for Arkadiusz Milik, but in return, we are going to get Douglas Costa. Well, moving on, that is just a news, okay? Just don't jump right into it. We don't want Douglas Costa anyways. Well, moving on, David Ornstein has opened up about the whole situation around Thomas Partey. He says, we know he's been Arsenal's main target for the central midfield role. He's been on their radar for a number of years. I don't think it would be a case of whether he wants to come. It's whether Arsenal can strike the deal or not. So everything is totally dependent on Arsenal. Well, yes, if you want your player, go get your player. That's what David Ornstein is actually spoken about right now. And talking about Gabriel Magalhaes, David Ornstein has opened up about him in his Ask Ornstein podcast. He says about Gabriel Magalhaes, Arsenal's interest is credible. They do like him a lot. He's been high up on their scouting reports for a long time now, and it would be a deal potentially that Mikel Arteta would like to do to bolster Arsenal's defense. Well, David Ornstein also said that a position, central defense, we know Arteta is looking to improve on. I don't know the status of that. It won't be easy financially, and with the competition, I'm sure Arsenal would be attractive to him, but I can't give you any answers on that. So, yes, this is the reality of Gabriel Magalhaes coming to Arsenal, that Ornstein does not have any other clarity, and I can understand why it is not, because I think most of the publications have been actually told to shut it out until and unless this deal is actually struck, because Lille want to sell anyhow, man. They have to do that. Well, moving on. As I told you, the whole Arsenal's 6 main targets for this season would have been Ceballos loan deal. There still are Ceballos loan deal, Partey paying the release clause, Coutinho and Danilo Pereira somehow, and there are 2 defenders, Gabriel and Malang Sarr. The imminent deals of Aubameyang and Willian are also the key. So let's see. Yes, these are the main targets for Arsenal. But here's the biggest news that proves that Arsenal have big amount of money for their transfer window. Well, the Premier League to pay out in full on 2019-2020 prize money with rebate of £320 million to be deducted from future seasons. Losses suddenly reduced and transfer budgets increased, and it looks like the market will go on with ease very easily, because what does this mean? You know that the whole big rebate that Arsenal and all the clubs together had to pay out, the broadcasting people, that is £320 million, will be paid in subsequent seasons in installments. So that clearly means that there is no burden to pay that money right away, right off their chest. It will take a little bit of time because of the coronavirus, because of the pandemic. Everything will be shut. Everything will be cleared later on. So all the businesses are affected. So that also affects the layoffs. Yeah. And let's talk about more stuff. Also, let's talk about something big. Premier League delays cuts to prize money. So Liverpool in line to get £175 million payout. Also EFL to get another advance in solidarity funds. So Liverpool are definitely going to earn a lot amount of money because they won the Premiership. Well, moving on. Well, talking about more stuff, Sergio Reguilon, there is certain news out there which says that personal terms are almost okay between Napoli and Sergio Reguilon. Now it's up to the 2 clubs, Real Madrid and Napoli, and needs time. So it's pretty much clear that if Napoli are linked with Sergio Reguilon, I'm pretty much sure that Arsenal are definitely going for Sergio Reguilon. That proves the right that Sergio Reguilon is definitely going to some other club, because Napoli, I'm just joking here. This is just banter. Napoli not that bad of a club. Well, as already mentioned in my community tab, there were news suddenly out of the blues that Arsenal have opened talks with Thiago's representatives regarding a move this summer. Thiago has made it known to Bayern his desire to move to England, and Arsenal have entered the race for his signature. And I personally don't believe this news at all, man, because somehow there's no source mentioned. It was really difficult to understand that. Well, moving on. Aaron Ramsey will be allowed to leave Juventus just over 12 months after he has joined from Arsenal. Well, yes, transfer expert Ian McGarry has actually spoken about. He says, what interests us the most is the news that we can bring you that Wales international Aaron Ramsey, who himself only moved to Turin last summer, is made available on a free transfer. Remember, he joined from Arsenal for free in summer 2019 but is being allowed to leave after a disappointing first term in Italian football. It is our understanding that with no transfer fee, Ramsey's salary in the remaining years of a very lucrative contract worth 150 million euros net per week, he will receive some compensation on that to make it easier for him to go. And there is interest from one Premier League club, who we understand to be is Everton. So yes, Aaron Ramsey could end up at Everton under Carlo Ancelotti. Ancelotti is keen to sign an attacking midfielder who can also break up play. The old classic Frank Lampard role of box to box, of course. However, that salary would definitely be a problem for Everton to match. But there's also interest from Napoli and Roma, where because of tax laws in Italy, they certainly can, and if they're able to, be willing to match Ramsey's current earnings. So then we could see Aaron Ramsey joining Napoli. I really doubt anyone actually getting linked to Napoli is a really a hard bargain. Well, moving on. Arsenal are eyeing a 25 million move for Ajax winger Quincy Promes. Well, yes, the Gunners are linked with the Dutch forward who's 28 years of age. Last year, following some excellent displays, he scored 16 goals and added 5 assists in 28 games before the COVID lockdown ended the Eredivisie season. Well, talking about more stuff, you can see that Liverpool have been hot on the trail of him. But Mikel Arteta, who has already moved out of contract Brazilian Willian, is keen to bring Promes to North London and kickstart his summer transfer plans. And a source close to the player said that Quincy would go in a heartbeat. It would be a great move for him and Arsenal. So they believe that Quincy Promes can come to Arsenal. Would you take Quincy Promes to Arsenal? Well, only time will tell. Well, moving on. The biggest wage bills in Europe have been revealed, with 4 Premier League teams in the top 10, including Arsenal. Well, yes, with the domestic season now done and dusted, the annual wage bills have been revealed by safe betting sites. Number 1 on that list is Barcelona and Real Madrid. Number 2, Juventus somehow reached third. Man City are not far off. And you could see that Arsenal are just below Atletico Madrid and Liverpool. So you can understand we are below Man City, Man United and Liverpool to be the 4th Premier League team to have inflated wage bills in the whole of Europe, man. We are with the 10th ranked team. Unbelievable, isn't that? Well, moving on. Well, Arsenal are set to play friendlies behind closed doors after the Community Shield match against Liverpool. The Gunners squad is due to meet on August 22nd, but certain players have been ordered to come back early to start pre-season training on personalized plans. Arteta wants the squad together to work on tactics before traditional English football curtain raiser and before completing additional friendlies behind closed doors. The Premier League itself starts 2 weeks later on September 12th, giving Arteta room to work on his squad. So yes, that's a bigger part. Well, John Terry has sent a message to Willian ahead of Arsenal's transfer unveiling. Well, Willian is set to be announced by Arsenal as the new signing in the coming days. We all know. So here's what John Terry actually came out on social media and posted that good luck at the rate Willian Borges. Absolute legend, great player and man, gonna miss you G's. So yes, the Chelsea legend has actually graced and actually gave a class message to Willian. That's really great of John Terry to do that. Well, moving on. Did you know Yunus Musa? Well, Arsenal have another Serge Gnabry situation developing at Valencia. Well, yes, Yunus Musa's star is on the rise at Valencia after the youngster rejected the chance to stay at Arsenal. Arsenal could never hope to retain all their best and brightest stars, we all know that, but Yunus Musa is one of them, a player who was rated among the best in his age group at Hale End and could well have been on the path to the first team. Now he is on that same road at Valencia, the club he rejected Arsenal for last summer, and he is making swift progress. Their return to pre-season training saw Musa called up to train with Javi Gracia's first team, who have a pressing need for numbers in midfield. And also you could see him rise as well. So let's see how things will turn out for Yunus Musa, man. He's a good guy, isn't it? Well, yes, as I already mentioned, that talking about more stuff, Emmanuel Petit has opened up about Ramsey coming back to Arsenal. He's not a fan. He says, Ramsey wanted to leave. What is the point in coming back? He is on big wages at Italy, and I'm pretty sure Arsenal won't be able to give him that. That is why he left for Italy. So, yes, it's pretty much clear, yeah. It is almost done. Well, moving on. Willian did medical tests at Arsenal. All right with the player. He just has inflammation that has taken him out of Chelsea's last 3 games this season, but it's not a big problem. An announcement is getting closer and closer. So yes, Willian's announcement has 8K has finished first than Willian's announcement. That's really great of an achievement. But we are actually moving up towards the 10K army, man. Our army has to be strong enough to reach 10K. I hope we make it very fast to 10K. We just don't have to wait for 8. Well, so these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform every single day twice. So sit back, relax and enjoy all the news that comes on this platform. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers, and don't forget to subscribe because there are going to be a lot of interesting things happening in the live, and also everything that is going to be coming. So don't worry, everything is going to be fine. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers, and don't forget 10K subscribers, man.